Buongiorno! This is the 2024 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Competizione. Hi, I'm Maggie Clark, Motor City Maggie, coming to you from beautiful Grosse, Pointe, Michigan, just outside of Detroit, the Motor City. And I am going to give you a tour of this gorgeous luxury Italian SUV. Now, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my automotive content. And after this video, I'm going to post a second video where I am test driving the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, so don't miss that as well. All right, now let's take a look at the beautiful Alfa Romeo Stelvio Competizione. Andiamo! The Stelvio starts at about $46,000 with the Sprint trim level. There are 6 trim levels, and the Competizione starts at about $50,000, but after all of the add-ons that this one has, it is sitting at about $60,000. And the Quadrifoglio starts at about $88,000, and ooh, that one is sexy and fast. By the way, Quadrifoglio means 4-leaf clover in Italian. Wow, take a look at this bellissima profile of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. It is really such a beautiful stance that we're seeing here. A little background about the Alfa Romeo Stelvio is that it first was brought to the United States in 2018, and Alfa Romeo is actually owned by Stellantis Group. And Stellantis, formerly FCA, is a large conglomerate of many vehicle brands like Jeep, Chrysler, Fiat, Ram, Dodge, and Alfa Romeo. So it's really exciting to see Alfa Romeo here in the United States because it truly is a beautiful Italian vehicle. This beautiful compact SUV is from Cassino, Italy, and seats 5. Underneath the hood, we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. It also has stop-start technology. This is going to give us 280 horsepower and 306 pound-feet of torque. It's also going to go 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds, and this is a standard powertrain for the Stelvio. Now, this vehicle also can tow up to 3,000 pounds. And we really do have a beautiful, clean engine bay here. I love that it says Alfa Romeo on the engine cover. And we've got 4 notches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4 here as well to show that inline 4. Let's take a look at the front end of this beautiful Stelvio. Of course, we have the signature shield front grille design and these beautiful headlights, matrix headlights. I do like that, that's pretty cool. And the front fascia is just really sporty looking. It's so attractive and really catches your eye because there aren't a lot of vehicles that have that similar look. Let's take a look at these wheels. They are 21-inch and they have the 5-hole Alfa Romeo signature design. They are so beautiful. They're some of the more beautiful wheels that I think that I have seen recently. And we have the Brembo brakes with the red Alfa Romeo brake calipers. Look at those, what a nice touch. So this model has the volcanic gloss black body kit. So we have black mirror caps, we have black roof rails, and there is even some black underbody design in the wheel wells and on the roof of the vehicle. I have to talk about this gorgeous paint color because it is so stunning in person. It is called Moonlight Gray Matte Paint, and it is an extra $1,750. It is so beautiful. It's almost like a satin finish. It feels very nice on the fingertips, and oh gosh, I'm so paranoid that I'm going to get it dirty. So I've just been keeping this beautiful vehicle locked up in the garage until it's time to drive it because it is so eye-catching. Bellissima. Mwah. In the headlight, we also have a little Alfa Romeo Easter egg hidden right there. And we have the name of the trim level on the side of the vehicle, Competizione. We have blind spot indicators in the side mirrors and they are heated. Just look at this beautiful rear end design. I love the LED taillights and the beautiful Alfa badge here. On this side, it does say Q4 to indicate that it is a all-wheel drive vehicle. And on this side, it has the Stelvio badge. And down below, we do have dual exhaust, whereas on the Quadrifoglio design, you will get the quad exhaust, but you also get over 500 horsepower with that one. Ciao Bella, let's open her up. I was really surprised at how deep the cargo capacity was. It's very long, it's not super wide, but you can fit a lot back here. It's also really nicely equipped with speakers, with bag holders, with lights. We even have a little cubby here, and you can see that you can have 3 top tethers for car seats, 1 on each seat there. And there is also a 12-volt DC plug here as well. Under the floorboards, we have a lot of hidden compartments. So you can put a purse back here. I don't quite think a laptop would fit, but you could hide some things like an iPad and so on. And there would be a tire repair kit, but no spare tire. These tie downs are also handy, and there are 4 of them. And a big speaker. In order to lay down the second row, you pull these tabs from the rear of the vehicle, but the seat doesn't fold down, so you have to just give it a little bit of a push, and then it'll go all the way. And it looks mostly flat. There is a slight incline, but wow, look at all of this cargo space now. Also, if you wanted to lay the second row down from the second row, you don't have to go all the way to the back of the vehicle and open up the hatch. You can come down here, pull this lever here, and then the seat will release. Ta-da! We do have the intelligent key button right there. So if you have the key in your pocket or your purse, it's super easy to get inside the vehicle and lock and unlock it. Take a look at the Alfa Romeo door sills, and there's a little Easter egg I saw underneath the accelerator pedal, the Alfa Romeo symbol. Here we are, let's take a look inside. Here's your beautiful steering wheel design. It is so nice, all leather wrapped, and this stitching feels really good. It's a nice texture underneath your thumb. It is really interesting that you turn the vehicle on with this button located on the steering wheel. I've never driven an Alfa Romeo before, so I did not know that that was where the button is typically located, so I found that to be interesting. And we have very large paddle shifters located behind the steering wheel. Can you see that? They're very big. I did kind of feel like it got in the way a little bit of your turn signal indicator. So I would prefer them to be a little smaller, especially because I don't typically use paddle shifters, but I know some people really like them. And behind the steering wheel, we have a 12.3-inch multi-information display with your dials, and it's all digital. It's really nice. You can see there's also an indicator that can tell you what the speed limit is. Down here you have your drive mode select, so if you change, for instance, from normal to dynamic, because it's DNA, let's go to dynamic, it looks a little more sporty there, and you can just customize the way it looks. And this is cool. I like how on the top of the dash we do have the leather continue over, and then these 2 humps mirror the 2 circular dials. So it just is more of an exciting look to the front of the vehicle. When I change the drive mode, ooh, look at that, DNA. To the left of the steering wheel, I'll point out the air vents. These are just fun to play with, okay? These are just fun. I just like when vehicles have this. Also, it's very functional because you can be very particular about the direction you want the airflow to be in. For instance, I don't like it on my face, but I would like it more on my chest, so I can angle it perfectly. Down here, we've got our parking assist sonar button. We have 14 Harman Kardon speakers throughout the vehicle, and it's a really nice sound system. I've definitely enjoyed it driving this car. And you can see we also have 3 memory seat buttons. For infotainment, we are looking at an 8.8-inch screen. It feels a little small to me. It does come with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but they are not wireless. It does come with Sirius XM and its own navigation. The navigation, to me, feels a little outdated, but I personally prefer to always use Apple Maps and Apple CarPlay. So it does work really well with Apple CarPlay, but you do have to hardwire it to your phone. There are other widgets here, driver assistance, climate, performance information, vehicle information, etc. And down here we have our climate controls. We do have dual climate control, which is really nice. I was driving in this car with my mom, who always likes to be warm. So she was sitting at like 76 degrees on her side, and I was more like 68 degrees. So that was kind of nice that we had that option. And we also have heated seats and a heated steering wheel. Here you have a deep compartment. There's a USB port right here. 2 deep cup holders are underneath that cover. You can put your phone right here, which I think is a clever spot to put it in. And check out the shift knob. I love it. Okay, so we've got P for park. It's just a little button there. And for reverse, you're going to shift forward. And for drive, you shift back. And there's also a little button here that you hold down as you shift. Electric parking brake, and then look at how cute this is. I do love this. It is a space for your key. So let's take a look at the key while I'm at it. Here is your Alfa Romeo beautiful key. And here you have the ability to open up your trunk, and then you can also do remote start right there on the key fob. Beautiful. So let's put it in its little slot. Nice and secure. And one of my favorite parts about the entire interior is the Italian flag. I think that that is such a nice touch to show the Italian elegance and remind you of the beautiful Italian engineering of this vehicle. This is your DNA drive modes. And over on this side is how you control your volume. Okay, I have to tell you, I searched for this for the longest time, because if you're driving, you're just gonna reach for it over here. That's typically where you would see it in other vehicles. I was searching down here, couldn't find it. Well, here you go, it's over here. This is also how you could navigate the infotainment using this dial. And it actually seems to work a little more efficiently than the touchscreen. This slot is actually where you would put your cell phone for your wireless charging. And then underneath the armrest, you do have a little bit of storage. And I do like how the Alfa Romeo key fob is located on the bottom there. That just kind of is a nice design. And we've got USB auxiliary and USB-C here as well. Here is the interior of the door, and it looks so nice. It also feels really good. Everything is black leather. This is kind of like a, ooh, listen to that. Kind of a really luxury material there as well. There isn't any plastic or cheap surfaces except for down here, and you do have some storage in the door and your Harman Kardon speakers. The door handles are also metal, and take a look at the beautiful leather dash. It's all leather with that beautiful red stitching. Here are the controls for the dual pane moonroof. You can open and close the moonroof and the shade from there, and you can just angle up the forward facing pane of glass if you just want a little bit of air. Okay, so we've got a small little mirror, and then on the edges we have some clips, so you can maybe put some photos or some parking passes, something like that. And on the other side of the visor we have our home link buttons. And here is the Monroney sticker for the Alfa Romeo Stelvio Competizione all-wheel drive. The base price is listed at just under $50,000, but after the add-ons, we're looking at about $60,000. And on the Monroney sticker, we're also looking at our fuel economy, which is 22 in the city, 28 on the highway, 24 combined. Final assembly point, Casino, Italia. A fish fly just landed on me. If you are from Metro Detroit, you know about these. They are really gross little fish flies that just love to come out this time of year. Get away. Let's check out the back seat. We have the beautiful black leather that is continuing across the second row, and we have a nice wide bench. Look at that red stitching, so nice. And we've got 2 back seat pockets, more of the fun vents to play with, and we have 2 USB ports and heated outboard seats. We also have 2 lower anchors there and 2 on the other outboard seat. A center armrest with 2 cup holders, and it says Alfa Romeo right there. A nice touch. And these seats also receive a bit of storage in the door. A little triangular speaker. Here is a wide view of the first row of seating from the second row. And let's check out that beautiful panoramic moonroof. It's a nice cloudy day in Michigan. Here's a look at that dual glass moonroof. So your second row passengers will have a nice view. And this is how she says, buongiorno. And this is how she says, arrivederci. Ooh. Here's another look at the rear design and the dual exhaust. I do love a foot activated liftgate. Oops, I just bumped it a little hard though. And that was the 2024 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Competizione. Oof, that's fun to say. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please give it a like and a nice comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much to those of you who have. And please subscribe, because the more subscribers I have, the more very cool opportunities I will get to bring really beautiful vehicles to all of you. So thank you so much for subscribing. All right, have a great day, and until next time, motor on. Ciao.